Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome to FYI NewsByte. Here's what we found for your information this lunchtime. Still fighting for life. A man remains critical in hospital following a morning gun attack in West Dublin. 2 other men injured in the attack remain in a serious condition. It happened at Corduff Park in Mulhuddard just after 11 o'clock yesterday morning. It's understood the victims, who are all in their 20s, were approached by 2 masked gunmen who fired at them a number of times. The scene remains sealed off while Gardaí are appealing for anyone with information to contact them. Dozens of people have been evacuated from their homes in Cork after water mains burst on the north side of the city. The incident happened close to Murphy's Brewery at around 2:30 this morning.
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, when we arrived, it was like a tsunami coming down the people, hospital steps here in front of us, you know. So it's pretty bad.
And I actually thought it was a fire. So he took me in, he told me to go out the back, and I seen it. The water cascading down the backyard.
Cork County Council says the situation is now contained. In Libya, rebel forces are claiming to have seized several key towns in their battle to topple Colonel Gaddafi. Their efforts are being greatly bolstered by military coalition forces. NATO has taken full command of the whole military operation in Libya to enforce a UN resolution to protect civilians. In the last few hours, Libya State TV has broadcast these shots. They claim it's the country's embattled leader surrounded by supporters. Japan's been rattled to its core again after a magnitude 6.5 earthquake shook off its eastern coast this morning. The quake was enough to prompt a new tsunami alert, although this has now been lifted. Meanwhile, the Japanese government has called an error by nuclear workers at the Fukushima nuclear plant a mistake that cannot be forgiven. Operators at the Fukushima nuclear plant admitted mistakenly reporting a radiation spike 10 million times above normal. Tokyo Electric Power Company says it got the readings wrong, but the radiation spike at reactor 2 was still very high and enough to evacuate workers. The death toll from the earthquake and tsunami has now passed 10,000 and more than 17,000 people are still missing. 7 people are still missing after a massive explosion in Canada. Flames tore through a 3-storey apartment building in Woodstock, Ontario, after residents reported hearing an explosion. The cause of the incident is still being investigated. And finally, check out this sandy scene in Kuwait. This video is taken by a fire captain in the southern part of the country. It shows a massive sandstorm which sent clouds of sand rolling through. FYI is interactive. From your opinions to news you think we should be covering, we want to hear it all. FYI is available to you 24/7 online for all the information you need to know. Simply log on to tv3.ie/3e/FYI. Here you'll find the latest stories, video catch-ups, comments and the FYI blog. We're also available to you on Twitter and Facebook. Just log on to the website and hit the social networking shortcuts. Time now for a look at the funniest clips on the web. Here's our top 5. At number 5, this goal is a knockout or a knockdown. At number 4, someone sliding their way to laziness. At number 3, looks like someone's a bit upset about getting another year older. We know how you feel, buddy. At number 2, we know walking in heels can be hard, but this woman can't seem to stand hers. And number 1 today, wishing you a dry weekend with this hit tune, I'm not going to pee my bed tonight. Like that's gonna work. And tune into FYI later for the newest downloads. We'll have more on the top stories, plus catch up on today's tech news with Cassie, and Paul will be here with the sport. We'll see you back here at 6, right here on 3E.